Alright, I think we're live now. Alright. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Costanza, a podcast about something. I'm your host, Joe Costanza. Why does this sound so jolly? Jesus, it's not a Christmas episode. Anyways, I'm your host, Joe Costanza, not to be confused. Wait, why the fuck is my calculator out? Not to be confused with George Costanza from Seinfeld. I'm not him. But today, we're back. This is episode 22. We got some shit to review, and I'm here. Hey, Daniel. I'm here with, the usual suspects, Iceberg Mike, Jake from State Farm, Stefan, Tasha, and Jay Gooden. They're all here and back.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Why are you rocking out with your calc out?
I don't know. I mistakenly clicked on the calculator because it's right by Google and by fucking Streamlabs. So yeah, there you go.
Huh.
All right, so I guess we'll just start right away. That is not what I wanted. Get the fuck out of here. All right, so
Okay, I will.
Oh no!
Okay,
no.
That's. I mean, you're welcome to, but I was not referring to you.
Oh, for once, okay.
But you will not be fucking off here, young man.
We get one episode where Joe respects Jake.
All right, so I know most of you are here to want to hear my review about Joker 2. Full spoilers throughout.
I can't wait for this. I cannot wait for this.
Full spoilers throughout the entire podcast, by the way. But before we do that, I did promise Iceberg and Stefan to get their reviews out of the way, and we got a little bit of mini news to talk about. So I guess we'll just start off with the next Marvel flop hit. I don't know, Agatha.
Wow.
I haven't seen it, but yeah. Go ahead. Get the fucking Discord out of here. All right. So what did you think about this, Berg? Because I know you're watching it.
All right, so we're about halfway. I think it's 9 episodes. So episode 5 just aired this week. So we're halfway through the series.
Yeah.
This one is weird because almost every good MCU show was kind of like a banger all throughout. I'm talking about WandaVision, Loki. That might be it, actually, unless you want to go to the what ifs and X-Men 97s of the world. But Agatha all along is kind of in a weird spot where it's doing cool shit, but it's also doing weird shit at the same time.
Yeah,
and that might be a byproduct of just the character they're focusing on. I think the show is good, and I'm not coping on this. I actually think it's good. I guess a little bit of spoilers for the shit. Episode 5 just revealed Wiccan, and I don't know if people know or care, but Phase 4 was trying to set up the Young Avengers, but I think they kind of just let that story sit on the back burner. So the fact that they reintroduced Wiccan in the way that they did in episode 5, it feels like they're finally going to start paying off some of this build-up. Because, what was it? What movie was it? I think, yeah, it was Miss Marvel, the Marvels, where Miss Marvel introduced Kate Bishop to the new Avengers Initiative. I guess we could call it the Young Avengers Initiative. So I think in the future, we're going to see a Young Avengers team happen, and we got a new member in Wiccan based off of this show, which I'm actually very excited about.
Nice.
I was going to air. I was probably going to fence sit on this show, but after episode 5, I think it's a solid show now. And the show is basically based on Agatha breaking out of the spell that Wanda put her in at the end of WandaVision, because she realized what was going on. For those who didn't watch WandaVision, she was dealing with the grief of losing Vision, so her Scarlet Witch powers went crazy, and she basically took a whole town, the town of Westview, mentally hostage. She rewrote their memories, and they basically were acting like characters in different sitcoms. Because when she was a kid, she used to watch a bunch of sitcoms on television. So she's playing out a sitcom through the town of Westview to deal with her grief of losing vision. But eventually all that catches up to her and she realizes what she did and she reverses it. But Agatha wanted to steal her powers, but Scarlet Witch whooped her ass, so she put her in I guess a hex or some type of spell where she was basically had to live through that whole sitcom thing. So when you see episode 1 of Agatha All Along, she's still within that spell that Wanda cast, but she ends up breaking out of it because apparently it confirms that Wanda did quote unquote die in Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. That whole thing, Mount Chthon, whatever. It was some type of temple to Chthon, but that shit collapsed on her and ended up killing her, which I kind of call bullshit because as the rocks and stuff were falling on her, a red light went off right before the scene faded out. So I don't know if that was meant to say that she survived or she tried to do one last effort with her magic to keep the rocks from falling on her, but that ending was really suspect. And there's a rule in fiction where someone's not really dead unless you see a body, and we didn't see a body. So yeah, the speculation for the longest time was that she was still alive somehow, but episode 1 of Agatha All Along seems to confirm that she is at least dead for now, and supposedly by the end of the series she's gonna come back. The Agatha ends up breaking out of the spell, and there's actually something really funny about the shit. She's under the same hex spell that Wanda was on. She was pretending to be in a sitcom, but she was everyone else is normal, but she's still pretending. So everyone's just looking at her weird. And then when she finally breaks out, she pulls up to one of her neighbors, and he looking at her mad hesitant because she pulls off all of the clothing that she was wearing in WandaVision as she breaks out of the hex. It's kind of a weird scene how they do it, but it was kind of funny because she everything she wore, from the black and white dress to the yoga pants that said naughty on them, she pulled all of that off, and she appears naked. And she pulls up to her neighbor, and he's looking what the fuck?
Okay, that's weird. Is this show TVMA?
You don't see anything, but you know she's naked.
Okay.
The guy
she's covered. She's covered. Yes.
Okay.
The way they show her, she's covered, and the angles you don't see anything. You know she's naked.
Right.
So she was pretending the whole time to be on the sitcom shit, and the neighbors just looking at her mad weird. But then if you think about watching the show again with that perspective, she had a rig in her house that looked like a car, and when she was driving in the car earlier in the show, she wasn't really driving in a car. She was in her house pretending to drive. It was Wanda really did a number on her.
What?
Yeah.
But she broke out of the shit. So once she's out, she realizes she needs to get her powers back. But the daughters of the witches that she killed when she was back in Salem want revenge for their parents being dead. So they started looking for her. They're literally tracking her. And this character named Rio pulls up to her and wants to kill her too, but they argue about it and then have this weird sexual tension, and Agatha kind of convinces her not to kill her, but why don't you take me when I'm at full power? pulling some Dragon Ball Z shit, but she fucking,
Right.
she fucking agrees to it, and they have a temporary truce. So she figures that she's gonna get her powers back. She has to go on the Witch's Road, and this is a big thing of this whole series of going along the Witch's Road to get a prize. So to say, I guess it's like get a wish at the end of it. It kind of feels like some Wizard of Oz shit, and she ends up having to look for people who are witchy enough to be able to go onto the road with. She has to find 5 people, and including herself, and she ends up finding the people she needs. But right as she's gonna do it, there's this kid who ends up being Wiccan, who pulls up into her house and tries to steal something, but ends up not stealing anything.
Right.
But he knows that she's a witch, and he's enamored with, I guess, witchcraft. Like, he just loves magic, so he kind of like wants to follow Agatha, and she reluctantly lets him. So once her and her coven of witches actually like get together, they do this sing shit. They sing the song, the Witch's Road song, and they end up opening a door to it. But as they open the shit, the daughters of the witches that were killed are coming. I forgot the name they have for them. They have a name, but they're coming to get Agatha. So they quickly open the door and they go onto the Witch's Road. And so far, there's been 3 trials. One is based on water, one's based on fire, and another one is based on fear. And so far, the adventures have been them dealing with the different trials based on who they brought along with them. And there's been some deaths, and there's been some crazy shit. And I like the show.
Nice.
Yeah, I like the show too. I like it.
Oh, sweet.
I see where they're going with it, and I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. I hope they don't secret invasion this shit.
Yeah, I don't think I see any secret stuff. I mean, like,
No, because a lot of people didn't like Secret Invasion, but I thought it was a decent show until the last episode.
yeah, so I'm with you on that.
They shit the bed. Well, they shit the bed earlier than that because there was characters that died that didn't need to die. But that last episode really like put the exclamation point that this shit is ass.
I didn't even see the last episode of Secret Invasion.
It's terrible.
Secret
Just
Invasion is
Keep it short
essentially
because we're 15 minutes in, by the way.
I'm done.
Okay.
Secret Invasion is filler for the MCU. Kind of like how Black Widow was filler. So
I guess
you can watch it, but it's pretty much back to square one because nothing in Secret Invasion affects the Marvels. Like, that literally is what happens between the last time you seen Fury, which I can't remember what movie that was, and the Marvels. And pretty much nothing happened because everything is reset. But you lose 2 characters that were beloved. Maria Hill and fucking
Maria Hill, on Finger
I'm like, why? But
Maria Hill was good, man. Seriously.
That's essentially the show so far. I'll be back next week, I guess, or whenever for a follow up when this series concludes.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be right there with you. I like it too. Chemistry is like characters are like, kind of like, I mean, Agatha's kind of like carrying when it comes to like character chemistry. Everyone's just kind of like playing along, even though you can tell like as to why they hate her guts and whatnot. But like, they're reluctantly like, kind of like have on purpose as to why they come on Witch's Road. But Agatha, she's kind of like, being the Wario-esque character with this, if you would. Like, kind of just want to like get it for like her own greed and her own temptations, if you want to go say that. But like, but so far, I mean, like, I feel like the Agatha and the kid is like the main two. Like, I really actually carrying the show, chemistry wise, and like,
All right.
You know,
Yeah,
with chemistry.
I mean, I was starting to feel the Asian chick, but then they ended up killing her off. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right,
Which,
so-
y'all finally gave
Did-
y'all finally gave her some development. Now she's going. Like, really?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the character development is
do
kind of
that.
awful with the secondary characters.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
So to get a move on with all this, Stefan, you got thoughts about Beetlejuice? Because I think you saw it, right?
Yeah, I think I'm the only one here who probably seen. Has anyone seen the new Beetlejuice movie?
I haven't even seen the original.
Not yet. You missing out, bro. You ain't watched it. Oh, the original.
That was my next question. Has anyone seen the original Beetlejuice?
I have not.
I've
No.
seen,
Yeah, a long time ago.
I seen it a long time ago.
Yeah. I
okay.
was a kid last time I saw that. And then I remember the cartoon TV show on Cartoon Network, which was great.
So
Was it any good?
Yeah. The cartoon was fantastic. But
No, I mean like the movie.
the movie.
first one.
Yeah. The first movie was pretty dope.
I gotta
Okay.
watch the original because this is the first Beetlejuice movie that I've seen. So how this movie works is it's pretty much a continuation of the first Beetlejuice movie. Everyone's older in this movie.
Oh, okay.
So like I guess the little kid, the young kid that was in the first movie now is a full-grown woman, and now she has like her own TV show and like hunts down like ghosts and all the other stuff. So
Spoilers, by the way.
pretty much
Mhm.
giving I guess I'll pretty much give like, should I give spoilers or no
Yeah,
spoilers?
we're already in spoilers. Go.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay, so pretty much like how it works is I guess like the woman from I forgot their names, but the woman from the last movie, she ends up having like a daughter, and the daughter ends up meeting up with this guy, and this guy ends up being a very evil person and ends up sending her to I guess the underworld where Beetlejuice is, because they have like a lot of these like subplots in the movie, and that's what I really don't like about this movie. That's like one flaw that I really don't like about this movie is there's too many subplots.
Gotta
There's
love
like 10 of them. Yeah,
10?
there's like 10 of them.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
like literally, there's 10 of them. When there could have maybe been like maybe one or two at best, because there was like this one scene where I guess Beetlejuice's ex-wife comes in, and it's really cool because she staples herself back together, and that was like the only cool scene that she was in. Everything else is just boring scenes of her chasing around Beetlejuice. So to finish up another
Sounds
plot
like a
line.
recreation of high school. Sorry.
We don't talk about high school here, but
Why not?
Valid.
high school was a very bad time. Anyway, so Beetlejuice, I guess he gets caught. Like there's an underworld police station. I guess he gets caught or something, and the police ask him if he knows his ex. So really, Beetlejuice is in the underworld running away from his girlfriend. The mother is trying to, I guess, talk to Beetlejuice because, oh yeah, there's another plot line where there's so many plot lines. That's why it's so difficult to keep up with the movie.
There's a plot line within a plot line.
There's another plot line where I guess like the father from the first movie dies and he dies in the movie, but he gets cut off from the movie because he's redacted and we don't really talk about him because he did a lot of bad things. So he got cut from the first movie. So they had like a funeral for him in the movie. So, and I guess like the mother has like this stepdad, and the stepdad engages literally on the father's funeral, which is probably the most scariest part of the whole movie. Like, how do you engage when you're at like a funeral? But okay, so overall, it's just like Beetlejuice, like going back and forth, and all the characters going back and forth from the underworld to the real world. And then at the end of the movie, there's like some sort of wedding, because these big movies, they gotta have weddings. So, so it overall just it ends with, I guess, like the I guess the grandmother dies because he ends up buying these like poisonous snakes or something that weren't devenomed, and that's how she died. So pretty much the woman, the ex that was chasing around Beetlejuice, dies, and the stepfather pretty much dies because he reveals at the end, because of the truth serum that Beetlejuice put in him, pretty much tells the truth of the reason why he wanted to marry the mother, and that's how both of them die. And then Beetlejuice, I guess, transforms back and forth from the underworld to the real world, and then the grandmother just finds, I guess, the father that died. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of subplots, and it's I know it's
confused.
How long is this movie that is doing all this shit? Like fucking Birds of Prey was fucking less confusing, and it had mad shit going on.
Let's talk about Birds of Prey here, but anyway,
Less confusing than any Rio video.
The movie must have been like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
All right, that shit is trash.
2 hours of subplots of plot after plot after plot. Where did it go?
Problem is it did way too much, and when you have so many subplots, it doesn't really mix well, and everything just gets rushed. And a lot of the stuff that seemed cool in the movie at first just wasn't cool by the end of the movie.
Damn.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, like the whole thing with Beetlejuice's ex, that could have been really cool, because at the beginning when she stapled herself back together, that was pretty cool. And then by the end of the movie, it's just like, oh, she's here. I forgot about her.
Oh shit, you exist.
Yeah.
New
wait, you're a character in this movie. I forgot.
Yeah. Like they just did like so many like subplots and just really tried to cram everything in way too much.
They never remembered that character existed, so they just popped her back in around the end.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I forgot she exists.
Oh yeah, we're paying this woman to be in our movie. What scene is she gonna be in?
They would have been better off if they did.
Just pop her in at the end.
They did 1 or 2 plots at the very least, but they decided to go with 10 of them. And I guess maybe the X was maybe part of Beetlejuice in the first movie, and maybe they just kind of culminated it together from the second movie. I didn't watch the original, so I have no idea what happened. I'm just going off of what I saw in the second movie.
It's like the director's like, oh, I forgot this character existed.
It's like, oh, we have to pay her. We should probably put her in one more scene.
Yeah.
I wish I remembered what happened in the first movie.
Put Beetlejuice in danger for a quick second, and then we're just going to kill her off in the movie.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Right. So
that was a train wreck.
Not worth it.
No, it's a good movie, but the problem is they have way too many like subplots. You really have to watch the movie in order to really like understand it. But like the other
you have to watch a movie to understand it.
The other movie review. The other movie reviews that I looked at said the movie was good because it stayed true to the original by adding more stuff in. Like
how rare is that nowadays?
A lot of the main actors from the first movie came back, and I feel like it really brought a lot of life to this movie. Plus, it was a funny and entertaining movie. The problem is they just had too many subplots.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
I would agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm having trouble keeping track of it while I'm trying to explain the movie. Imagine how like other people feel trying to understand the movie.
Imagine watching it and then seeing all these plot lines and then seeing that character, and you're like, oh, where's she been in the last like hour or two?
Oh shit!
Back, everybody.
Bob.
I mean, there are certain shows that do plots, like a lot of plots hanging in the background, like just unanswered questions and whatnot. But these are shows.
Yeah,
supposed to be more well-rounded.
With that. Not
have a through line.
An hour and a half, 2 hours long. And you're trying to cram stuff in. If you're gonna do that, make a television show or something like they did back in the old days.
That's probably what they should have did, but they said,
right,
let's make a movie.
You don't need whole 2-hour show. Or,
Right,
hell, a movie that has so many
We
plots, you
making
can
a
have a
movie,
side
yo.
movie on top of it.
We gonna put all this shit in one movie. That's it.
Right. They could have did
It is
where maybe
so
like one of the two
dumb,
plots.
dude.
They could have did where like one of the two plots is maybe where they all get stuck in the underworld and Beetlejuice has to get them out of the underworld. And
That
while
could be the
that's
movie
all
right
going
there.
on, they're all running away from the crazy X that's trying to get all of them. That could be like the two plot lines. They didn't need to add
That
all
could be
this
the
stuff.
movie right there. That sounds like a cool idea.
Right.
Petition to put Stefan as a movie director?
Yeah, maybe.
That could work.
No,
Yeah.
it should happen. It should happen.
But they
Make sure
decide to
it's
add from this whole plot line, like they want to add all this stuff with the stepfather going through a wedding, because they got to have weddings in these movies. So we need to have that. We need to have the
Everyone is gonna have a
X in.
wedding.
Yeah, we need to have the X in. We need to have the
Have
person
the
that
drama,
the person that the daughter fell in love with, who ended up being like a crazy person.
Everyone
That
loves
person had to
drama.
be shoved in there, and then he had to be sent to hell by Beetlejuice. So there was just all this bunch of stuff, and like the cops were chasing after Beetlejuice, and it was just way too much stuff.
Cop shit? What the? But there's a police chase included too?
Well, yeah, pretty much the cops from the underworld go back and forth
What the
from
fuck?
the real world.
That's what I'm saying!
Underworld
right
PD.
there!
Underworld
Yeah.
PD. Alright.
Stop
Wow.
breaking the
Yeah,
laws!
this
Oh,
nigga.
They're trying to go after Beetlejuice, and that's another whole plot in the story.
Oh my God.
At first I was laughing and thought it was funny, but at the end I'm like, come on, why are we still doing this?
That sounds
Lord.
really stupid. Wow.
Yeah.
So Beetlejuice Squared, a complicated but fun movie. Cool.
Wow.
By the way, before my review ends, let me just get this out of the way. Beetlejuice.
Let's go.
You
I
better
want to
watch
see
it
the
back.
black and white. I
They,
want to see
they
the black
confirmed a
and white.
third
buddy.
movie? No, I'm kidding. I know what you referred to. But yeah, cool.
Nice one.
Oh my goodness.
What is
I
the
guess-
name of the next movie where they got to do something else because they can't say Beetlejuice 3 times?
They will.
You just did.
Just did though. but
He's-
okay,
he's
sure.
right
You're gonna
behind me,
call
isn't
it
he?
Beetlejuice Street.
Michael Keaton's in my fucking room. Holy shit,
wanna
it's
kill me.
Batman!
That'll be a blessing. I would love to see Michael Keaton in my room.
I mean, as Batman,
Hey,
yeah, that'd be cool.
yo.
I don't mean like that, folks. Come on, quiet down.
Hey, yo.
Beetlejuice, trying to sleep.
The thoughts and opinions
Now
of Jacob
wait
do not affect
just
this
a
podcast in
minute.
any sort of way.
Oh, whatever,
Wait
man.
just
Whatever.
a second.
We keep it out here. We
I
keep it out here. Come on,
expected
fellas.
Tasha to say that, not you.
Am I right, fellas?
Excuse
I'm
me?
just sleeping and Beetlejuice just smacks me over the head with a table.
Oh my
Hey, yo,
god.
Beetlejuice, I'm trying to sleep.
My God, he broke him in half.
My God, Beetlejuice.
He's going to the top rope. This guy's crazy.
I'm losing control of this
Great Elijah.
podcast. Jake, say something. Anything at all. Anything your heart fucking desires.
Say something,
Any-
say something, say something.
Something.
There we go.
All right, I'm done. We're moving on. Speaking of shows turning into movies, Peaky Blinders is confirmed to be a movie now. Like they're making Thomas
I'm looking
Shelby,
forward to that.
yeah, me too. Cillian Murphy was on set for a Peaky Blinders movie, and if you haven't seen the show, watch it. It's awesome. It's on Netflix. I think
Yeah.
it's in the Great Depression. I think during that time, but yeah, watch it. Great.
Yeah, it's like
That sounds like a depression trying to watch it.
Yeah, but yeah. So Peaky Blinders is a show that lasted 6 whole seasons, and I think has 36 episodes. I think.
Wow,
yeah.
that's cool.
I think so. And
Was there? Yeah.
and so they decided to make a movie about this to conclude all of the show, which I think is a smart idea. And Cillian Murphy is confirmed to return as Thomas Shelby. So yeah, if you've watched the podcast before, you know my thoughts about Peaky Blinders, and Mercury was on there too, and Jake, I guess we all loved it. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm happy about that. And now the thing you guys have been wanting to see.
Oh,
I'm gonna finally talk
Oh,
about this.
Finale.
Oh,
Gonna talk about this fucking movie. Here we go. Let me zoom in. All right.
DCEU back at it again.
It's a
Here we go. Get your popcorn, ladies and gents.
Costanza. Don't do it. You're one of us.
It looks cropped right here, but I don't care. That's more than this movie deserves. So.
Oh my god, ew.
So I'm just gonna say this right now. For those who haven't seen Joker 1, I'd recommend it. I think it's a good movie with a solid interpretation of Joker. I thought Joaquin Phoenix did a great job. It was basically about like Joker's origin story, and I say that in quotes because it really isn't from the comics, because it's just this guy who has like a mental disorder where he just has like a condition where he just laughs and stuff. It's like a real disease, I think. I forget what it's called, but
it's pretty much like his descent into madness, essentially.
Yeah, and like it's just one bad day where like he finds out like his mom is basically a bitch and kind of like just never really loved him. I don't even think it was his mom actually, and just like his whole complicated shtick, like he was probably adopted or something. People kept on bullying him on the streets and stuff. He can't get a stable job and all that, and they just kind of just and people on the subway were bullying him to the point where Joker had to shoot them because he was just like, they were making fun of him. So yeah, it's a pretty brutal but also sad movie, and I'd recommend it because it's really great. And it crossed $1 billion. It was clearly one of the best movies of 2019. Joaquin Phoenix won an Oscar for his role as Joker, so a sequel to this movie was inevitable. However, throughout the years, and by the years I mean 5 years, spoilers for Joker 2, by the way, I cannot stress that enough. There's just some shit that's been... Yeah, so let me just say, I didn't think Joker needed a sequel. I thought the first movie wrapped it up very well. Like, Joker, like, it didn't really need a second one. If they did, they could have done well with this. And the title of this movie is not called Joker 2. It's called Joker Folie à Deux, which is some French term for, like, two people sharing the same... hold on, let me search this fucking word up. Hold on.
Joker 2, Folie à Deux
means goodbye in French.
Folie à Deux, also called shared psychosis or shared delusional disorder, is a psychiatric syndrome in which symptoms of a delusional belief are transmitted from one individual to another. Where the fuck was that in the movie?
Never mind. That was definitely not what I was way off then.
Then Joker Folie à Deux, more like Joker dropped a deuce, because this movie is goddamn awful.
Yeah, there we go.
And I'm not even joking when I say this. I had, for some reason, I can't even eat.
You're not joking about Joker.
Exactly. This whole movie's a fucking joke. But so, anyways, I had, like, without getting too TMI, I can't eat movie popcorn anymore, and I had horrible like stomach problems and stuff after the movie came out. That whole experience was more entertaining than the entire Joker movie. The second one.
Wow.
I'm dead fucking serious.
Joke.
That was...
He told me that.
That was god awful. I hated Joker 2 so much, and here's why. So, there are two locations it takes place in. Arkham Asylum and a courtroom. That's it. The first half is just him kind of in...
What?
The first half is just kind of him in Arkham Asylum getting... It's kind of like Shawshank Redemption a little bit, where he's just kind of being bullied by the guards. And if you've seen Shawshank, by the way, it's the greatest movie of all time. Watch it immediately.
Of course. Definitely.
So, he's just kind of getting bullied by the guards, and like they constantly kept on telling him like, "Hey, Arthur, you gonna tell us a joke? You gonna tell us a joke, clown boy," or whatever. It's like the fucking... It's like Marlin, like, "Hey, you're a clownfish, right? Tell us a joke." Like, so
there's a mollusk. He walks up to a sea cucumber.
That joke is better than the fucking shit he says in this movie. God damn. But yeah, and eventually he does, and every time he says a joke, that guards give him like a cigar or something. But he's basically their bitch, in the fucking
jokes
asylum.
From the Joker.
So yeah, I mean,
don't drop the joke.
The beginning. Oh my god. I will admit, the first like 15 minutes of the movie were good. until Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn showed up. And I have my thoughts on Lady Gaga in real life, but I think she was a terrible choice for Harley Quinn. I think Margot Robbie was a good Harley Quinn because, like, she not only because she has that Mr.
But they
J
can't afford
accent,
her.
yeah, like not only she has that accent, like oh Mr. J and all that shit, and like ooh it's the Patsy or whatever. She does not have that accent, and second of all, her contract is fucking stupid. The reason why this movie's a fucking musical is because Lady Gaga's in the movie and she has to sing.
Wow.
It's in her contract. And yes,
What?
you heard me right. This movie is a goddamn musical. And boy, does it show, because ever since Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn shows up, every 5 minutes in this movie is a fucking music scene, and it contributes nothing.
Mr. J, we gotta sing another song, Mr. J.
It contributes absolutely nothing to the film at all.
Why?
It's literally just how
We
they
gotta
feel.
do more filler songs, Mr. J. Come on, grab your microphone.
This is crazy already, man. That's
so
can't
stupid.
believe this.
And
Can't believe I'm hearing this.
I'm just it's so stupid. I can't even remember half the songs because every single time something slightly interesting happens. Like there was like an interview with I forget the guy's name. He's from Tropic Thunder and Night at the Museum. I forget the guy's name, but he's in the movie. He also played a Stan Laurel and Hardy biopic, but that's besides the point. He interviews Joker in the movie, and no joke, like he fucking sings in the middle of the goddamn interview. I thought it was in his head because the first time Joker sings.
What are you in for?
The Joker.
How long did you do this?
No, Joker was the only one that was singing. Everybody else was looking at him like, "The fuck is this dude's problem?"
I'm gonna sing the song.
Okay, imagine you're playing the Batman Arkham games, and all of a sudden, Harley Quinn and Joker just randomly start singing. That would be horrible.
You should know. There's plenty wrong with me. Hit it, Harley! Just shit like that. Like, good lord.
They just type Batman up and force you to listen.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, like the first time Joker sang, it was in his head. I'm like, okay, it's clearly in his head. This wasn't. I think it was more entertaining to find out what songs are in his head or in real life. Half the shit was actually
honestly, they could have rolled with that. They could have had all the songs be in his head, and that actually would have been kind of cool.
Yeah, they could have gone with that. There would be nothing wrong with that if you think about it.
Exactly. We would really know what's going on with Joker's head. We can see him singing it. It's like, oh, okay, so this is why he's messed up.
It's a wonderful life.
Oh jeez.
God, and it's just I'm trying to rack around what the fuck happens in this shitty ass movie. Yeah, so eventually he goes into court because of all the shit he's done in the first movie. He's killed 5-6 people in the movie, I think, and he's getting charged for it. And the second half, like first half is Shawshank Redemption, second half is Better Call Saul, because like it's just like it's entirely in a fucking courtroom, and like Harley Quinn is this obsessed fan who, like, she's not even Harley Quinn. I think she like refers to herself as Lee. I think they only mention her as Harley one time, so she's clearly not. But she is Harley Quinn, but they don't directly say she's Harley, so it's kind of complicated. So apparently she's. And for those who don't know about Harley Quinn's origin story, apparently like she's like this this I think Joker. Yeah, she's the psychiatrist that was hired to help out the Joker, I think, or like kind of. Yes. Yeah, and then he manipulates Harley and just kind of like bullies her and abuses her or something. Like I don't fucking know. Like entirely her origin story.
She kind of falls in love with him, and he kind of takes advantage of that.
Oh yeah, that's reversed in this movie. That's completely reversed. Joker's like Joker's a fucking pussy in this movie. I'm just saying, he's like
for Harley.
Yeah, and like I can't even. Why am I referring to him as Joker? He's not even Joker in the movie. The only time he was ever Joker was one time in the courtroom, but that like in the fucking music sequences, that's the only time he was ever Joker. He was Arthur Fleck throughout the entire film, and it was just like it shows.
My name is Agatha.
And apparently, so Joker in this movie, they claim that he has like a multiple personality disorder or something. Like it wasn't actually Arthur who killed these guys, and that was never shown in the first movie. I watched it recently.
Yeah.
It was never shown in the first movie at all. It was clear that it was Arthur's descent into madness, and he fucking did these killings. He turns into the goddamn Joker. So why is it that he, like, now they're just putting in the multiple personalities shit in there like that? No, it's just the fight. It's him.
It's the Joker. Yeah.
You know what this sounds like? This sounds like what we talked about last week. A director picking up an IP they got no business picking up, and they want to tell their own story through it.
Yeah.
Because they clearly don't know Joker or the Harley character based on what you're telling them.
And look, comic accurate things can be good. Like, okay, like the first Joker is a good example. The Incredible Hulk TV show with Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. I'm old. It shows how old I am. I'm 21. I'm young actually, but that's a comic accurate. That's a non-comic accurate show that has nothing to do with the Hulk, but it's a cult classic and people fucking love it. And like I think the movies took inspiration over it. And the X-Men movies, the fucking yellow spandex wasn't in the goddamn film, but they were still fun. They were still fun films. The non-comic accurate films could be good, and this movie could have been good too. But nothing was going about it, and it's just like, what? Who the hell is this movie even made for? It's not
right. It's made for Lady Gaga fans.
No, it's not. It's not even made for them because she's barely in the movie.
Watch out, the romance.
She's like,
Jesus.
I'm just really upset with how they handled this because, and I had a feeling too because I'm like, okay, the trailers are gonna trick us all because like, oh yeah, it looks like a masterpiece, and I will give it this. The cinematography is fucking gorgeous. And as someone who's in a film school that's being taught about like cinematography and all that, I gotta say it's really impressive. Really, really, really impressive. That's the only thing. And Joaquin, I guess, was alright as this version of Joker, but
he was alright.
Those are the only two things I can give it.
The actors weren't the same?
No, I mean I'm saying there's multiple Jokers, and he's the Joker in the two movies that he's in. So I thought he did decently well.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so I thought he did a good job, and God, it just Harley's just this obsessed fan. Like I guess it's accurate in that way, where she's just madly in love with the Joker, and she's just trying to like have him fall in love with her and stuff. And he does, like he's about as
Mr. J, fall in love with me.
They have sex in a fucking like. I don't know if it's a cell or something. They call it like the hole. I think.
Mr. J, take it from the back in the back of the cell.
I gotta say, it's the most uncomfortable sex scene I've ever seen in a movie in my life. Like I had lunch with a friend the other day. He said that his he said that his theater was laughing.
Oh
like,
God!
It was just fucking laughing when Joker and Harley were having. I forget who it might have. It actually probably was the friend I took out to lunch with. But yeah, he was like, yeah, no, my theater was dying, and I was like, I don't fucking blame you. No, stop, seriously, dude. I'm trying to do a review here, but I'm just like really. I was like, okay, really? Can you just go back to singing? I don't want to see you pounding her, please. Just fucking. I won't complain about it ever again.
I'm joking about it, but
that is literally the film's punishment from like joking about musicals. If you don't want music, we can give you something else.
I got you.
I got you, fam.
It's your choice. But so
music
also
or whatever that was.
Also, she says she was pregnant in the movie, but she never established on it or moved forward with it. Which I'm like, how the fuck does that work? You fucked one time, and like.
I officially can't.
I'm like, what the hell? And they didn't even go forward with it. She's just like, oh yeah, I'm pregnant, by the way. Just thought you should know. Cool. Let's sing again. So like, it's
no, I'm just pregnant.
Did they use protection?
No. They don't
Wow.
have condoms in fucking prison. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they
Why
don't.
she
They
got
don't.
pregnant.
like, oh shit, he dropped the soap. Johnny, give me a condom. No, they're not gonna fucking do that.
Oh, yo, he dropped it. Yo, real quick, run that condom.
Put it on.
Hurry up. He's about to get up.
How is Harley Quinn even in Joker's cell?
I don't know. She's just not in Joker's cell. I think he got like there's like this place called the Hole where you're like being put in like a dark room for like a week or a month or something. They had that in Shawshank too, and she was allowed in for some reason. Yeah, it's solitary basically. Yeah, and she apparently was allowed in. I don't know why, but
How?
maybe she let herself in. I don't fucking know, but it's nothing's explained in this fucking movie, man. And then I haven't talked about the court scene, and there's actually one particular scene that's good. There's this midget in the first movie that really was kind of like he was the only one that was nice to Joker, and like he actually got made fun of himself because of how short he was in the movie, and he was like, oh yeah, like, and apparently Joker was pissed off about one guy who I think got him fired from a job. And Joker ended up killing the guy in front of the little person, and like the guy obviously got freaked out, like holy shit, what are you doing? And then you think that Joker's gonna kill the little person. He actually just lets him go, and he's like, "You're the only one who was ever nice to me," and he kisses him on the forehead and then lets him leave. And you think that was the last time we ever saw him. He appears in the court scene, and that scene is actually really cool, but it also leads to to probably my biggest complaint about the movie, which I'll get to later. But he talks to Joker, and he's like, he's basically giving his confession. He's like, dude, I couldn't go to work for like 6 months. I have to look behind my back every day. I got scared. I got emotionally scarred for life. You were the only one who was like nice to me. You were the only one who never made fun of me, and kind of just hit him back with that line. And that kind of hit Joker or Arthur in a way where he's like, fuck, I don't know, man. Because he had like full Joker makeup on. He was about to go fucking, like, I think he was about to fuck shit up and all that. And he was going to lead into the Joker mentality. And by the way, that accent he had as Joker, I don't even know what fucking accent he had. Like, it was just very weird and distracted. I'm like, what the hell was that? But whatever. And also, I forgot one important detail. Harvey Dent's in the movie, and that's who he's facing in the court.
What the fuck? I guess that makes sense.
Harvey fucking Dent, yeah.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Two-Face.
No, he's a prosecutor, so it makes sense, but still.
Oh,
if it's a Joker movie, why do we need Two-Face in here?
That's crazy.
That's not the worst part, but anyways, yeah, so basically what Joker was, like, during his side, like, during his confession, he said, like, I was gonna have you guys, I was gonna kind of kill you all, and just kind of, like, claim that I'm the Joker and all that, and just kind of kill you all in this courtroom, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not the Joker anymore. That was all me. There's no Joker. And I was very, very pissed off at that scene, because the normal route they would have taken if this actually was Joker, first of all, he would not feel sympathy for that little person. He would just be like, womp womp, or some shit like that. Like he just like rub it off like, oh yeah, it's just another motherfucker I don't care about. But this Joker actually felt something. I'm like, that's not the fucking Joker. He would not do that. He's a psychopath.
No, he wouldn't.
And the thing is, if they wanted to make a sequel, sure, go ahead. Have him go forward with the Joker mentality. Have him and Harley fuck shit up. Have them take over Arkham. Have them just
not literally, just throwing it out there.
That should have been the movie. Honestly.
Yeah, have them riot in the riot in the street. Have them make villains of their own. Like have them make Two-Face. Have them make the fucking Penguin or some shit. Like I don't know, whatever villains this universe has. Just let Joker be Joker in this movie. They never do that. And I think shortly after that, like where they say like, oh yeah, Joker's guilty on all accounts. Joker starts laughing and stuff, like the fucking weird psychopath that he is. the courthouse blows up because of something. It might have been Harley's doing. I don't know, but yeah, the courthouse blows up. People are killed. Joker goes flying. He wakes up, and it's actually a really cool one shot where he's basically just all dizzy. There's like no music or anything. You see Harvey Dent get injured, and he basically becomes Two-Face, but it's like the most ridiculous looking Two-Face I've ever seen. He like there's like a little bit of scars and like cuts on his face, and there's like, oh, that's the Easter egg. That's Two-Face. Like no, you can't fucking.
Wow,
That's the Easter egg.
No.
There it is.
That's absolutely crazy.
We
That's
did the
absolutely
thing.
crazy.
And
We
then-
did the thing. See, it's right there.
Yeah, and then
So they ruined the Batman characters in the process with this horrific.
They ruined
horrendous
3
situation.
Batman characters.
3 Batman
Yeah,
characters.
and then-
In one
In one
movie
sitting.
is wild.
and before
Yeah.
before Joker was gonna confess, or I think it was after Joker confessed about like what he did and all that, Harley left the scene, and later on she met like Joker met up with Harley on the stairs that he danced on in the first movie, and Harley's like, I only fell in love with Joker, not Arthur, and like I don't want to be with you anymore.
bitch. You
So
bitch.
basically,
Ooh.
she basically sings him a song goodbye, literally sings, and then Joker, like this was the funniest part of the movie. He's like, Harley, I don't want to sing anymore. I don't want to fucking sing anymore. And she just keeps on fucking singing. I was actually
Oh.
laughing. I'm like, okay, sure, why
Harley,
not?
baby, I don't want to sing anymore.
It's like,
I
no,
don't want to
no,
be in this movie
no,
anymore.
no, stop singing, please. The audience are gonna freak out. No, please stop. And then she leaves.
He just
And
keeps
that's the
going.
last time we see her. He goes back to Arkham, and this is the worst fucking part of the movie. So this is how Joker 2 ends. There's
Go on.
there's this random inmate that we've seen throughout the movie. Like he keeps on appearing here and there, watching Joker's trial and all that, and just kind of spying on him in Arkham. So when Joker comes back, he's saying like, there's like, oh yeah, there's somebody who wants to see you, and then the inmate comes from behind and he's like, hey, Arthur, I got a joke to tell you, and blah blah blah, and he's telling him the joke.
get it.
And in the first movie, his most famous kill in the first movie was when he shot Murray Franklin on live TV, and that like he played by Robert De Niro, and the line he says is, "What do you get when you cross a mentally ill loner that with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash? You get what you fucking deserve." And then he shoots him square in the face. That inmate kind of does something similar to that in terms of the joke, and he ends with, "You get what you fucking deserve," but he ends up shanking Arthur, and he fucking dies in the movie. Joker fucking dies.
What?
Yeah.
Oh god.
And that.
Wait, Joker dies?
Yes, Joker dies.
Yeah,
and,
Joker dies.
And the real Joker apparently is him, like the inmate, because he like you don't really see it. You're kind of focused on Arthur slowly dying and stuff. You see the inmate putting the knife in his mouth and making scars of his own. Apparently,
He's the Joker.
from the director
Wow,
himself,
this is crazy.
it's Heath Ledger's fucking Joker. From
Wait, what?
the director himself said it's
Yeah.
Heath Ledger's Joker, because that's that's the only Joker who has scars in his in his mouth. You know, like you want to know how he got these scars? He like that. Apparently, that's Heath Ledger's Joker, because he's the only one who's done
okay.
that.
So, whoa.
Do you remember?
I wanted to make the damn he ain't gonna be in Joker 3 joke, but apparently that wasn't the real Joker the whole time.
Yeah, no, he never
And
was.
what the fuck? How can you even continue though? Because Heath Ledger's dead.
Oh,
Yeah, and here's the thing.
That's crazy.
All the
if you
PG in
remember,
the world can't bring Heath Ledger back.
if you remember in the first Joker, Bruce Wayne's parents die in that alleyway. But in the Dark Knight trilogy, his parents don't die by a Joker henchman. So, what? Like, that's not Heath Ledger's Joker.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm speechless, man. I don't know what to say about any of this, dog.
It's animation, bro. Fuck live action.
It's
Look, I don't know, man. I don't even know what.
dude,
to
I was as shocked as you were.
That's
That's
crazy.
like a clusterfuck of them.
I was just as shocked as you were because I'm like, there's no way that's Heath Ledger's Joker, and I searched that up. Apparently, it was, and like
They
that.
gonna talk about this movie.
And not only that, you're forgetting one key point: Harvey Dent's in the fucking movie. So how does that work?
Yeah.
How does that fucking work?
That doesn't make sense. at all.
He's already fucking
it
Two-Face in the movie, so how does that work?
It makes zero sense.
It doesn't.
I
It
don't
doesn't
know,
make any sense.
This movie takes place in the fucking 80s, by the way. So
So you see what happened,
That's
right? The
even more messed
Flashpoint
up.
fucked up the timeline, and like Heath Ledger and Two-Face are at the same time. Know what I mean? Yeah.
Whoa, wait a minute. So we have a fucked up timeline.
Mm-hmm.
The main three characters are not even living up to the main source material. Not like, let alone the first film. That's well, at least for Joker in this case, right? And they fucked up the whole Batman universe with this whole DC Black entry, right? And a movie that wasn't really even supposed to been made because the directors didn't even want to make a sequel. They were only going for like one movie, and that's it. They literally said that.
yeah.
So credit to them with that, and I really feel like this.
They
is
made
kind of
you
a shit
for
show.
this shit.
This kind of shit show that they wanted to avoid anyway. So with all that, now you're telling me you got Heath Ledger, Joker in this, and it doesn't pan out with anything, any type of writer growth, any type of timeline, any type of significance at all whatsoever. So that there's just too many question marks with all of this. I mean, like who patched this film together? Who wrote this?
I feel like hearing Joe talk about this, I feel like I lost a brain cell or two.
Yeah.
Dude, I lost 3 brain cells watching that fucking movie.
Bad fan fiction, bro.
Son, the DC canon is fucked. So they probably just like, you know what? No one gives a fuck anyway. It could be anybody. We'll make it Heath Ledger Joker. You're still gonna fucking watch this shit and give us money. Yeah, you're gonna give us a bad review, but we made the money already. I think that's how they looked at it. Because they didn't want to, these people didn't want to make the movie. They were forced to make the movie. They Matrix forward this shit because they didn't want to make the movie. But then they're like, well, fuck it. If y'all gonna make it anyway, we'll be a part of it and get the bread. But it's like, what the fuck, bro?
I take back what I said last podcast about the music industry being worse than the film industry. The film industry is just as corrupt as the music industry.
No, it's just as stupid because like
Exactly.
no lie, this killed DC for me. Like if it didn't before, this definitely did because like, I'm not even gonna watch the sequel to the Batman, which I really liked, by the way.
Birds of Prey didn't kill it for you.
No, I didn't see Birds of Prey. At least not the first thing.
It might be better than this shit.
No,
Maybe.
Absolutely nuts, dog.
Nothing is.
I really don't know what to say.
No lie, the Joker 2 might be definitely on the top 3 worst movies I've ever seen. Like in my entire life. Terrible fucking film. Like the 2016 Ghostbusters, like I said, I think is the worst movie of all time, and then it's Justice League, then it's this movie. This fucking awful fucking awful flick. And there's nothing worse to me than like okay, if you want to make a sequel, fine. I didn't think Top Gun needed a sequel, yet that surprised the shit out of me. And I didn't think we needed we didn't need honestly, they should have ended the Dark Knight trilogy with The Dark Knight. I thought that was a good ending to the whole series. So, Rises was great, but I think, that as a whole was just great. Like, it had a good ending. However, this movie didn't really... And sure, if you wanted to make a Joker sequel, fine. But do it right. It's not, for fan service or whatever. Just make the fucking movie right. Or at least make it...
This wasn't for the fans. It wasn't for the fans at all. So, so it defeats that purpose. I mean, no one
he
knows
put zero effort in the movie.
For.
And, oh my god, it's just so bad. There's just a million things I could say about this movie, and there's only. You know what's bad? That I'm actually looking forward to Venom now. Venom: The Last Dance, which I trashed before. I'm actually looking forward to that heap of garbage, and I would go in there with the biggest smile on my face, even if it's dog water, because I know I've been through Joker fully a doo-doo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, damn, if Venom 3 gotta wash the Venom out your taste out of this one. I mean, that's crazy.
Anything
I mean,
with
you
it
need
at this
Venom to
point.
get rid of the Venom.
That's gonna do the trick, Joe. I mean,
Joe, I
I
want
can
to say,
watch Venom. I saw Joker too.
Joe, I want to say thank you for not taking me.
Yeah.
Thank you for not inviting me. I don't
Yeah.
want to. I'm glad that you had to suffer and I didn't.
Jake was
Shut the
able to. He was able to
I
be
suffered
saved.
for
That is
your
so funny.
entertainment. Okay, I watched it just for the podcast. I knew about it. Like
Joe.
I searched up the movie spoilers before I watched it, and then when I watched the movie, it turned out even worse than I thought. So I watched it for this fucking podcast. Y'all better like the shit out of this thing, please. I'm
Joe,
dying.
I never said I was. I never
I
said
mean,
I wasn't entertained.
I mean, okay. So I'm gonna throw in a fact here. The Joker 1 did, I believe, $1 billion at the box office,
It did.
like in total for total revenue. This movie coming out on opening weekend only did a miserable 32 million.
And you know
32 million didn't even hit the budget mark. It was way off.
do you know what
32 to 35 million.
do you know what the biggest joke is? It did worse than Morbius.
That's crazy.
Fucking
How you
Morbius.
worse
Morbin
than-
time.
You're worse than
Wow.
Morbius.
Yeah,
You're worse
Morbin
than-
time.
you're-
And this
sorry,
is the
you're
same
worse than
year that
Morbius.
Madam
Sorry,
fucking
sorry,
Web
Josh.
came out.
You're worse than Morbius.
Dude, this is the same year that Madam fucking Web came out. And y'all know how bad
my.
that movie is. DC's got... Oh my god, dude.
No,
DC has
DC's
some
at the rock
issues.
bottom now.
Well, thank God I'm more of a Marvel fan anyway.
No, Marvel's
Did-
kind of gone downhill too. I mean, Deadpool was
Did-
great, but
um,
nothing else seems great afterwards.
What about the Spider-Man movies?
Spider-Man's an exception.
Spider-Man is not completely owned by Marvel.
It's a separate thing, I feel. Like, same with the Hulk. If they ever make a Hulk movie, I'm definitely fucking watching that. But, yeah, like, for Spider-Man...
They are, Yucca. Captain America.
No,
Brave
I'm
New
talking about
World.
with Mark
Yucca.
Ruffalo. So,
You
no.
ain't getting Mark Ruffalo solo, Yucca.
I think we
Nah,
probably will.
I think that ship sailed.
Anyways, but yeah, so
I mean, they had Black Panther too.
Christ, man, I hate Joker so much. Joker is my favorite movie villain of all time. I think Ledger did a perfect job, and even Joaquin Phoenix did a great job. Like, I think everybody except Jared fucking Leto did a great job as their interpretation of Joker. Like, Jack Nicholson's a classic. Ledger basically made the foundation of Joker live action. Like, he's by far the best one. Joaquin Phoenix did a great job. Cesar Romero was the OG of OGs because he was like the first one in a Batman movie that was ever the Joker. And Mark Hamill, I mean, who doesn't love Mark Hamill's Joker? He's fucking amazing. So like,
Yeah, I think he's the best one.
all of these interpretations of Joker were fantastic, but this movie ruined the character because of the dumbest of reasons. And like, they had to shoehorn in a sequel because, oh yeah, the movie made $1 billion, and at the time, before Deadpool came out, this was the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time. So yeah, it was bound to get a sequel. But
I mean,
they didn't put... Todd Phillips is just like, fuck the fans, fuck the first movie, and fuck Warner Bros. I'm just gonna make this shitty-ass film.
Yeah, he should have. He should have been. They should have taken the movie from him.
it just shows that they were only interested in making a profit and not making, and they ain't really even make much of a profit anyway.
That's the shit. That's the shit I never understand about this. They force their own vision and make their own fucking movie because are we gonna do whatever I want? But then your shit doesn't make any money. So it's like,
it's not about money. It's about sending a message. Everything burns. Fuck you.
Well, that's essentially what they did, though.
Yeah,
they
that's
literally
exactly what
made
they did.
made their own fucking story and did not give a fuck about anything that came before or anything that's gonna come after it. there ain't gonna be nothing that comes after it for a long time. I think DC's kind of cooked for a good couple years after this shit.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
They gotta stick to animation shit.
I'm not-
Live action ain't it.
I'm only going to watch the Kevin Conroy animated
Yeah.
series shit because like I haven't watched that yet. I plan to watch it soon, but yeah, I definitely want to get on that because that's the only thing that is keeping DC alive at this point, and they killed off that universe. So like because Conroy died, they decided to wipe the whole thing out. So yeah, I'm just like, all right, yeah, sure, I'll watch the animated series Batman. I'll play the Arkham games more because those are the only two things that are keeping DC alive. No DC movie has been as good as The Dark Knight, and they keep on trying to compete with that, and also competing with Marvel as well. And they fail on both accounts. Just go your own fucking route. Make good movies, please, because
I mean,
even if you do, I'm not gonna be along for the ride because I'm fucking done. It's the same thing with Marvel. Like if they fuck up Doomsday and Secret Wars, that's it. I'm done because like
I mean, they're on track to fucking it up because honestly, I don't like Robbie Downey Jr. being Doom, even though he probably could do it. He's already established as Iron Man, so it's gonna be a dichotomy there that's gonna be very weird. I'm gonna see him and I'm gonna think Tony Stark, but he's Victor Von Doom.
yeah, and like the thing is,
right.
if you want to bring back like actors like Chris Evans or Downey, bring them back. I mean, well, Chris Evans is Human Torch, like he was that before he was Captain America. That was a fantastic scene.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That made sense.
But for Doctor Doom, like you had so many options. You had Mads Mikkelsen, who was actually supposed to be it, by the way, and Cillian Murphy, who I mentioned before, Thomas Shelby and Oppenheimer. They just took the wrong actor, and like there's several. I think the dude from Game of Thrones, what's his name? Jaime Lannister, I think. He would have been a good choice. I could see him as that. But they went for Robert Downey Jr. because it's a fucking cry for help, and they know it.
New mask, same task.
I would say this. I would say this because I did see that well in the comics there was a what if universe where Tony Stark became Doctor Doom, and it would be vice versa with Doctor Doom and his character. So I don't know if they're kind of doing like a what if type of thing. That's the only way I can actually see this.
No, he's actually Victor Von Doom.
They're not doing that.
They're not doing that.
I was gonna stop you.
Wow.
I'm like, yeah, that'd have been the way to go about it, but no, they're not doing it.
That would be the only solution, though. That would be the only.
They're not doing it. He's Victor Von Doom. He
Wow.
said himself. They interviewed him, and that's the reason he came back.
Stupid.
It is stupid.
You couldn't what if it? I mean, the multi universe is already set in stone. You might as well go with that angle.
Honestly,
wow.
when he said new mask, same task, I wanted to punch shit. But then I saw a video talking about the very thing he was talking about, the what if scenario. I'm like, oh, there's precedent in the comics for this. There's a way for them to salvage this shit. Then I saw an interview of him talking about him and Secret Wars.
Oh, all right.
And he didn't. And he didn't say a lot about it, but he said enough to where it's like, yeah, we're not doing a what if storyline. This is Doctor Doom's origin story. And I'm just like,
what,
bro? Why?
So wait. We're gonna see this So are we gonna see Doctor Doom in the Fantastic Four film too? Like,
yes. Well, they didn't say that, but
Galactus is gonna be the villain.
If you read between the lines, he's gonna at least make an appearance in there. I don't think it's gonna be about him because, like you said, Galactus is the focus. But
yeah,
which is stupid. First of all, because I mean, Doom is great and all, and I can understand why he's an Avengers level threat. But if you want to use Galactus, don't use him in a fucking Fantastic Four movie and have him be a one-off. Yeah. Have him be in Avengers 7, please.
Yeah, because. That's what I was saying. I'm like, he's a threat. He will eat the planet. Like, have all the Avengers have everyone come together to fight this guy.
My problem with Fantastic Four right now is like they're on their literal fourth try to get Fantastic Four right. Literally the fourth movie. And the previous three were not that good. The first one was kind of passable. The other two were fucking dog water. they're already kind of like on shaky ground with the people they selected. I'm kind of okay with it, but at the same time, I'm like, and then this dude Downey is Doom. They're doing Galactus again. They're doing it way too early. We still got multiversal shit to deal with. I feel like they should have picked a different villain, like y'all said. Galactus should be saved for later because you didn't get Galactus right either. So you're doing too much. Get the baseline correct, and then you can move forward. You don't have a good history of Fantastic Four movies. Get them right first.
Yeah. And basically, long story short,
totally
James Gunn, I wish you good luck on the new DC universe because I'm not fucking watching it. I'm not fucking watching it.
Did they fire him yet?
I'm not gonna watch any DC or Marvel anymore. If there's something interesting that I'm gonna watch, I'll watch it. But yeah, just to end this off on a high note, like the only two franchises I actually care about right now are the -1 Godzilla franchise, because apparently that's gonna be a franchise now, and John Wick. Those are the only two.
Oh, they confirmed it? It's going to be a franchise?
I don't know, but I hope they make more. -1's a fucking masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece, but like I mean that kind of gives me worried because it's like, all right, I really think it's one of those films where it's just like, okay, just one off it and then just let it ride. I mean,
not everything.
Or just Godzilla in general, like because the
Yeah.
MonsterVerse Godzilla is also fun too. Like I'd watch him and King Kong kick ass all day. So like that'd be great.
So I did hear rumors that like even if they don't make like a -1 sequel, they might make like a separate Godzilla movie with the same director. So it's like not really a sequel, but like
It's like a spiritual successor, if anything.
Yeah. They might do something like that, or they might make a -2 if they even do that.
-2.
-2. Okay, so we're gonna divide by 0 this time.
I mean, as far as titles,
Godzilla
I mean,
undefined.
hey, if you think about it, I mean, that's probably what they're gonna do. Like, if they do like a -1 sequel, it'll be -2, and then they'll have 2 monsters or something.
I mean,
That would be cool. Him and Ghidorah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see Ghidorah again. Seriously. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think everything needs to be a franchise because at this point, it's been proven that and I love the idea of an MCU, but like these companies just keep shitting the fucking bed. They shit the bed with Star Wars, they shit the bed with DC, they shit the bed with Marvel. Like, I was all in to be like, yo, I'll just watch the MCU for the rest of my life. I don't need separate entities, but they can't get it right. I gotta fucking huff copium just to fucking watch some of these shits. Luckily, Agatha's okay, but what if it wasn't? Because like.
Yeah, but at this point, I can't deal with okay. I have to deal with either amazing or bad because like Marvel's in a fucking crisis right now, and they just need something that's really good.
It's not a crisis. It's not a crisis. Deadpool brought them out of crisis.
For now,
it's gonna be a crisis if the fucking Captain America movie is trash,
and it will be.
Then it's gonna be a crisis. So we'll wait to see. Right now, they're in a good spot.
I mean, nothing's touching like DC animation or Marvel animation. Like those are like, and Sony animation. Like those are like the 3 main pillars.
Yo, why are the animations better than the live actions?
They're winning.
I don't get it.
I like it.
I don't understand. It's the same fucking company. Y'all not seeing what they're doing? Like,
yeah, I know.
Like it blows my mind every single time I see a bad property come out of, well, maybe not DC because DC hasn't got anything right in a long time. But with Marvel, it's like, bro, Feige, what are you doing? you don't see this shit?
And I think
X-Men 97. What if?
And I gotta say, being somebody who's like in film school right now, I think that school has changed me for the better and for the worse in terms of movies because I'm expecting fucking like good shit now, like not some like half-assed like corporate bullshit or like forcing cash grab sequels like Joker 2. I want some good shit. So I guess to end it off on a high note, there's this John Wick movie that's coming out. It's a John Wick spinoff called Ballerina, I think, and it stars Ana de Armas, who's holy shit, by the way, and also it actually stars Keanu Reeves himself. So yeah, I think it's cool. This is not the official poster, by the way. This is just like a fucking fan thing, but yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to this movie. They made a trailer. There's a trailer that came out recently. I'll show you guys after the pod, but it actually looks a lot of fun. This looks like it has this. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I did see this image pop up, and I was gonna mention that the John Wick series seems like it should be done though. Like where are they really going with it?
It's a prequel.
Oh, it's a prequel. Oh,
it's before the first movie, yeah.
Sense.
Although I did hear Wick 5's in development. I don't know how true that is, but don't. But yeah, Ballerina looks good. I saw the Continental a while ago. That show was okay, but this one looks actually like a lot of fun, especially since Wick's part of it and he has like a huge role apparently. And Ana de Armas looks, oh my god! First of all, and second of all, she's a badass in the movie, so that's pretty cool. It has the same action, or it looks like it has the same action as the John Wick films. It just looks fun. It has Lance Reddick, rest in peace, and it has Winston again. It looks fun. It's kind of like Black Widow a little bit because she's kind of getting sent to like a Red Room sort of thing.
John Wick got a better Black Widow than Black Widow. Get out of here.
That's just my assumption because from what it looks like, I'm like, okay, this is like a Black Widow type of story, but I don't know. It could be anything. It could be another fucking musical. But anyways,
it better not be.
So like, she just sings like for the first time in forever as she's shooting somebody in the face.
Joe, imagine John Wick singing about how he needs a gun. And like taking I'm gonna need a gun, but turn that into
I will smash all of my TVs and just go incognito. I will become Chuck McGill if that shit fucking becomes real.
I need a gun. I'm low on funds.
Oh yeah,
but I am now done, and so are you. Hey, Lemon,
and you too.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah,
I once killed a man with a pencil and glue.
And it looks like now you are through. Why am I contributing to this?
Yo!
It's the reef effect.
After we're done with the podcast, we're gonna start mixtapes, chat.
No. I'm only saving that for Jackbox. I'm not doing that here.
Let's go. The Madverse.
Yeah.
Madverse.
Madverse only. That's it. Musicals are infectious. Oh, do you want me to repeat what I said about Joker 2? Because I think you missed it.
No.
I can say that whole shit again. We'll make it a 2-hour podcast. Fuck it. But
No.
Joe,
I
seriously don't.
I'm not doing it.
I didn't even see the trailer for Joker 2. Just you talking about it. Just you talking about it is enough.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fuck that shit.
The Joker 2 is a musical. Yeah, go back and watch the part where I talk about Joker, like right after this is ended, because you'll know why I hate this movie. Full spoilers, by the way. But yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's that sounds nuts, man.
Did they give Joker another origin story? They butchered it.
Yeah, I was looking forward to like at least like see like some shed of light from this film, but like hearing all this, this is absolutely
you ain't getting that shit.
All of the
this is absolutely.
I don't know. Maybe some people try to be optimistic about these movies, but I can just tell from like premise wise, like why is this being made? Joker 2? Huh? Nah, I'm good. Then I hear how bad it is. I'm like, yep, I was right.
What origin story in DC movies doesn't get butchered?
Good question.
I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Maybe Cyborg. Maybe I think he had his ship tilled all right.
I mean, well, they kind of ruined it. Well, actually, they fixed it in the Snyder Cut.
Yeah. I could have fixed everything.
They really did. That's actually a good movie.
Yeah. Long as fuck though.
Where's everything from the first fuck up?
Let's go. I was waiting for that to finally be said.
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Well, but at least it was. I don't know. It might just. I don't know. This Joker 2 movie just might be as bad as the Knuckles spinoff. Jesus.
Damn, was it actually that bad?
Yeah, Knuckles was horrible. I mean, oh my god. I've had to talk about it. Natasha comes in with it.
We talked about it last week.
This is it's gonna go on for like 3 hours.
No, don't. we'll wrap up now.
Bullshit.
We're gonna wrap up now. So Q&A. Do we got any questions? No, we don't. All right. Well, so much for Q&A.
I ain't got no questions.
So yeah, just so you guys know, every end of the podcast, instead of doing like the after party, it's been switched with the Q&A, where I just ask questions that you say. People in here can also ask questions if they want to, so that's fine.
I got one. How long are we gonna be here?
5 minutes, don't worry. But so
I mean, fuck it, do it live. Ask questions now.
Oh yeah, y'all got anything?
No.
I'm making a dry tea. I'm kidding.
I'm sorry, Stefan. What'd you say?
BC for fucking up shit.
I'm sorry if I didn't talk much during this, because I was mostly listening, because I didn't really have much to say, because I didn't watch these movies.
You're good,
Oh, no, you're good. I'm the same.
So, Stefan, what did you say before? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Will they be making the Joker 3?
The director confirmed no, because they killed him off. So.
Thank God.
Thank
They should
God.
have never made one. They didn't want to make the sequel. They didn't want to. They did not want to pursue, but DC wanted to make this DC Black movie series that's away from the DCEU. But I think DC Black is dead now, dog.
DC is dead.
Now we just have the shitty DCEU.
And Marvel and
which is not
Star
even
Wars are
helping
not
itself.
far behind. I'm just saying. But yeah, so I'm just, I'm fucking done, man.
I think Star Trek won the war between Star Wars and Star Trek.
No, Star Trek's dying too.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about Star Trek.
Wait, the animated series is bad too? I have Paramount.
No, I don't know, honestly. I know my dad doesn't really like the new show that came out. I forget what
they
it's called.
fuck it up. Star Trek 2, goddamn.
Bro,
No
it
fandom
looks
is safe. No fandom is safe. Fuck Hollywood.
The Star Trek animated series, the new one I see on Paramount Plus, it has like the Family Guy animation style, like, and I don't know, like, yeah, it do. Look at it.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yes.
I'm not looking. No,
Yes,
fuck that.
I'm serious.
Wait, repeat
Fuck
that?
that. Don't
With the
play
red
that
eyes and all.
shit.
What is the
Dude, check
Family
it out
Guy
if you don't believe me.
Is Lois Spock? What the fuck is going on?
It's not about not believing you. I just
No,
can't Family Guy. I'm not watching that shit.
No, it's not a Family
Oh,
Guy
God, not
take on
again.
Star Trek.
No, but it's
not.
gonna remind me of Family Guy. I'm gonna turn this shit off.
I heard it was fan service galore. What, the Star Trek show or something else?
No, I was talking about the Star Trek animated show.
No,
I
I'm
didn't
referring to
check it
what
out,
Lemon said, because he said,
Oh.
I heard it was fan service galore.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just
I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying, like, you know, I might check it out. I just
Star Trek.
see what it is. Yeah.
But yeah, y'all got any more questions?
Will Lady Gaga ruin any more movies? Most likely.
Yes.
Stay her the fuck away from Marvel.
There was a rumor they wanted her to be Dazzler. I hope to God she's not Dazzler now. Shit.
No, I thought that was
Someone
I
else.
thought that was Taylor Swift.
Oh, it's either her or Taylor Swift.
God,
I might have gotten
Because
too
people were
confused.
thinking she was in Deadpool. People thought she was gonna be Lady Deadpool. I'm like, please, God, no.
Oh hell nah.
I mean,
right,
Taylor
so
Swift as Dazzler. I don't know. That's kind of that. Believe it or not, that's kind of 50-50. Yeah, it could work, but then at the same time, it can't work.
I'm not gonna say I know anything about Taylor Swift because I really don't. I think outside of the shit she did with Kendrick Lamar, I know next to nothing. I know a lot of people don't like her.
Along with her fans.
So
she's ruining the NFL too, by the way.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
So give me the cliff notes. Why is she so hated?
Oh, let me start. So
Okay, go ahead,
Podcasting
Stefan.
coming.
okay.
I don't want this to last 2 hours. Just give me the gist.
No. So to make this quick, she would date her exes, and then when they broke up with her, she would write a song about them. That's where she got all her hate from. And I guess the reason why a lot of
But
people
she's a fucking songwriter. What the fuck you want her to sing about?
Right.
Not her exes.
Good shit.
Good stuff. But pretty much I think the reason why she gets a lot of hate now is because she's just way too much in the media and she's everywhere. And honestly, she's not even like that good of a singer. Like, I feel she's very overrated and everyone's a better singer than she is.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Are you a better singer?
Joker's fucking dream sequences where he was
Yeah,
singing was
yeah.
fucking better than
To
Taylor
be
Swift.
honest, I probably am.
You a better singer?
I mean, like, just to piggyback off of Stefan, like, you know, her appearance, like, in multimedia, it's kind of leaving like a stain that shouldn't really be there. I mean, like I mentioned a little bit about the NFL, like not her appearances in there. Swifties are now all of a sudden fans of football clubs now. I'm like, okay, all right, whatever.
Oh, they bandwagon because she's there.
Bandwagon. Okay, clearly Swifties are just following.
It's like the Azalea effect. Like motherfuckers
Oh my
up because
God, don't
Azalea's
drag
there,
her
and then
into
she
this.
leaves, and that's it.
Let's not.
No, but that literally happened in Minecraft. That literally happened. Like she joined the Spinal Craft server that I used to play on. Well,
every time Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce get a touchdown, the cameramen have a seizure looking for Taylor Swift.
Where the fuck is she? Where the fuck is she?
It's true.
First of all,
It's a stadium version of Where's Waldo, except it's Where's Taylor Swift.
First of all, if you were running a camera rig, you should automatically know where Taylor is and have a camera on her at all.
Yeah, but they don't.
Right.
You just switch to that. Fuck you having a seizure. Like, oh my God, where is she? Like, huh? You have a camera on her at all times. Could she move her seat?
Could it be any more in your face?
It's like, yo, these motherfuckers is looking at me. I gotta switch seats. Like, yo, where's Taylor? Like, huh?
No, she doesn't give a shit. She welcomes that shit.
No, it's like
It sounds like you just lost your child. I'm not even kidding. It's like, where's Taylor? Like, where the fuck is she go?
Where is she? I can't find her. She moved down to A1 from 11.
Yo, for real.
Bad, though.
She moved into A row from the F
She took a private plane to go to the bathroom. Where the fuck is she?
She went to the bathroom? Why didn't you tell me?
Put a camera in the fucking bathroom next time.
Camera.
Oh God, look what I started.
Her boyfriend just scored a touchdown. Where the fuck is
Her
Taylor?
boyfriend needs to propose after the Super Bowl. Get her the fuck out here.
Oh dear God.
It's all ratings, baby. That's what it is.
So they hate her because she's popular and brings the boys.
You know what they
to the
say?
yard.
Players gotta hate.
You are no longer a co-host.
The thoughts and opinions of Tasha do not reflect the Josie.
No, I guess you just gotta
It
shake
never
off.
did. Anyways,
Bro, the fastest speed run of getting
You just gotta shake off the
unpromoted.
move. You just gotta shake it off now.
Oh yeah, she did make a song called that.
She did, yes. You're so
And
right.
these are the reasons why people hate Taylor Swift.
you know what? You know what? Fuck it. If you can't beat him, join him. Stefan, we now have bad blood.
Okay, great.
Hey!
Damn it.
And I don't think
That's
we
crazy,
can solve them.
I guess you're the problem. It's you.
Yeah.
So take a look what you've done, because now we got bad blood. Hey.
Oh!
We're fucking done. All right. So, since there's no more questions, then it's just bullying at this point. I have to end it now because it just fucking happened again, just like
It's
last
not
episode.
bullying.
So,
it's not bullying.
It's fine,
In terms
guys.
of-
It's fine. We're having fun.
It's fine. In terms of future
Yeah,
We went for
streams,
we went for an hour and a half. I'm sorry.
in terms of future streams, this upcoming Sunday, but next Sunday, I will be doing a live stream of Super Mario Party Jamboree. Second time technically, because I'm gonna be playing it with Jake when I get it. First time playing it on stream with viewers. So if you want to be part of it, now's your chance to join, because I might do 4 rounds of it. I'm going to be going till 6 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to start at 12. So if y'all want to get in. It'll be Sunday the 20th at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to be there for that, go ahead. We'll be trying out the new boards, the 20-player mode, everything. There's no Diddy Kong, so fuck the game. Anyways,
Damn,
so yeah, we'll just see how it goes.
All right.
Yeah, I hope Jamboree will be fun, and it'll be probably the last game stream for a very long time, although I do have plans for 2025 to bring the gaming streams back in a way. So
Sad, but oh well.
Yay!
Yeah. We will
more gaming streams.
They will return in 2025. Just I gotta find a way to do it. And also, there's a video coming out possibly tomorrow. It involves superstars, and it's a fun thing I've decided to do, and I gotta thank Tasha for making the thumbnail for me for that. So, yeah.
You're welcome.
I hope y'all enjoyed that video, and I hope y'all enjoyed this podcast, even though it kind of turned into even more of a clusterfuck than Joker 2 was at the end.
Man,
So,
knock the fuck off. That shit.
Ain't nothing worse than Joker 2, dog.
You did not.
I'm kidding.
Ain't nothing worse than Joker 2. Don't even kid
Well,
yourself,
Ghostbusters
dog.
2016 exists, but anyways. So I'm I'm looking forward to the next episode. In the next episode, we'll talk about, I don't fucking know, Thunderbolts maybe? I don't know. But we'll see what comes out next week. I'll let y'all know. There'll be the thumbnail and all that. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, 11 p.m. Eastern time. Everybody will be here, probably, hopefully, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it'll just be me. But yes, I hope y'all enjoyed it, and we will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.
See you when you see. Bye.
Peace out, y'all.